just imagine for a moment that you guys went to high school, much like I did. So I went to a school in suburban Massachusetts. It was not a public school. It was a private school. But it had a reputation amongst private schools for being the worst possible school ever, and for doing the most drugs ever. Not that we did drugs, because I wouldn't do drugs. So, not that you've heard any of my other stories. And so anyways, we prided ourselves on our senior pranks, and there's a giant sculpture of an elephant in the middle of our campus, and people would paint that like as a senior prank, and I don't know. So it got towards the end of my senior year in high school, where I was going, and we were sitting around and we were trying to think of a good senior prank, and we decided, what would be an excellent senior prank? Petty larceny. And so we came up with this idea that we were going to go around to all of the other public schools, private schools, like the ones with good reputations, and steal from them. And we were like, well, what can we steal from them? Well, we can steal all of their signs. So we planned this night where we went and we just drove around to all of the area private schools. We went to Buckingham, Brown and Nichols, Commonwealth, Nobles, Rivers. I don't know if you guys know these places, but these are places where assholes go. And presidents, probably. So apologies if any of you guys are assholes or presidents and went to these schools. But so we went all these schools, and we had bolt cutters and all this shit that we were using. We were stealing all this stuff from all these schools, and we finally, we're pretty much done. We've gone everywhere, and we get to Nobles, and which is in Dedham. And they have we're driving around, and we can't figure out how to steal their sign. I don't remember if they had a sign that was readily, prominently available. So we drive up on the camp, and I'm like, yo, motherfuckers, I know this place because I went to summer camp here when I was 6. And so I don't know if you've ever been to Noble's school, but they have a fucking castle. So I was like, let's just break into the castle, steal some fucking castle shit. And so we try to break in the castle, and I'm all into it, and I'm like, let's scale the wall. And that is clearly not a thing that you can do. So we walk up the stairs, and we're trying to we didn't of course the door is locked, and we're like, shit, door's locked. All right, so we're running around the castle, and anyways, and then all of a sudden we see their little security driver car, because they have a security driver car, and so we're like, shit, we gotta run, because why are we here? There's no reason we're here. And so my friend's like, no, I gotta just plan. We're just gonna have to take anything we can get. I'm gonna distract him. And so this dude just goes right up to the front door of their castle, and he just starts peeing on the front door. And he's and then clearly the security is with him. But luckily we have 2 cars. So we all of us, everyone else runs the other way, and we just, all we get is we get a cone that says has Noble stamped on it, and we run away, and we're like, fuck our friend, it's all right, he'll be all right. What are they gonna do? He's just peeing. So anyways, fast forward to the next day, and we had an assembly at our high school, and he was fine, by the way. He got yelled at, but they let him go. So we had assembly, and it's the general assembly, and after all the announcements are made, it was really, hippie, so everyone's like, anyone else have any announcements to make? And we were like, oh, we do, and our assembly was in the gym, and we wheeled out this cart of all these giant gift wrap presents. And they were labeled to our headmaster and our dean of students and our associate dean, and we were like, we have these gifts for you. And so we gave them all to the presidents, and we got to watch them one by one open these signs from all the other schools, and they were like, shit. And they were like, more shit. And they were like, more shit. And so we had about 6 or 7 at the end, and we'd give them to all of like the higher administration at our school. And although the next part, I never got to see, but just in my heart, I just imagine them having to like call up the dean of like Nobles or Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols and be like, hey, I know you guys think we're assholes already, but we're assholes.